but also a rivalry game, a lot of emotion. Sometimes you don't put that as people out there when you get in those games, how emotional and fired up guys are. And that's a big part of playing in those games, those rivalry games. But I thought the kids competed well, competed very cleanly in the game as far as how their thought process and keeping their focus on winning. And I think it was very good for us to overcome those things on the road. This game takes no prisoners. And it is a very unforgiving game. And you look at it on film, you don't see much. You'd think it would be his right leg more than his left leg, the way the cut was. But he got an ACL. And, that's a very big blow to us because of what he is to our team. But also we have two quality guys in Wilder and Freeman behind him who we're very proud of and played very well in that game. And you have to go on. You have to move on and we'll adjust. But he'll be out for the year. It made it hard in that game to get in the rhythm of the game. Made it hard calls. all of a sudden you're hitting plays and you're back and you're moving. And, some calls, there's penalties there. There's no doubt some penalties. You hit things and I'll tell you what it does, it makes it hard to coach. Because now how do you tell your players how to play? What's a penalty, what isn't a penalty? You got all that going on. They're jamming the heck out of Nick. Wait, and then you got Nick on the other side, on the one down the sideline. They pick and choose. They got a great staff. You look at their staff, the history of their staff and the guys and people they have. A lot of guys had a lot of success in a lot of places. And they've done a real nice job. And they got an older team. You got senior quarterbacks, senior receivers, defensive players. You got a lot of older guys, too, so you got a lot of experience in there. To me, football season started about 2 weeks ago. In a weird way. And I say that everybody's fresh in the first half of the season. That second half of the season, that's when the bangs, the bruises, and the mental conditioning and all those things, you really got to start to push through. You got to strain a little more. You got to focus a little more. And I think that's where it's huge. You got to prioritize more. Even when we weren't scoring in the second half, it was frustrating, but we told ourselves we weren't going to lose this game. We learned that lesson against NC State. We knew we had to go out there and get some type of movement with the ball, not keep putting our defense out, getting 3 and outs and things like that, because those guys are obviously getting tired too. So we had to do our job when we went out there. Devontae had some great runs. The line blocked well, hit some throws down the field on third and longs or third and whatever, and we were able to convert. So we did our jobs. I think that's what Coach Fisher meant by being proud of that. We went out there and did what we were supposed to do. He's like a brother to me. And, his locker's right across from mine, so him and I talk every day. And, I texted him last night just letting him know that, I love him, and that, I wish him the best, because this is his senior year, He's come back from an injury from last year and had a fabulous season, So for it to be cut short like that, it's tough to see, But knowing Chris, he's going to be resilient. He'll rehab, do what he has to do to get back healthy, and he's going to have a great career. Sean's having a great season. He's a good friend of mine from Elite 11. So I'm not surprised. Those guys have had, a good coach and Coach Cutcliffe in the past couple of years, and I'm sure he's gotten, better recruiting class and things like that. So they look a lot more athletic now. They don't look like the Duke of old. So we're gonna have to be prepared for these guys, and it's gonna be a big game just like it was last week.